So, so I have created a lab session, AWS account, retail account with EC2 instance and Flask. Flask is an application which it is developed on Python. So it will connect to DynamoDB and gives the output in web portal, like in web browser. So and I also use a load balancer along with this. So just a overall basic idea of what is EC2. So this is the overall lab what I have created. Created two EC2 instances and installed Flask Python program in two instances. And this Flask app will connect to DynamoDB database and it will give the output in web portal, like web browser. So just basic EC2 is it's a on-demand scalable compute capacity in the web AWS cloud, like compute instance in OCI. So it reduces hardware costs, so you can develop and deploy applications. So Amazon DynamoDB serverless NoSQL fully managed database with millisecond performance at any scale. So as I said, Flask is a lightweight web framework built in Python that lets you quickly create web applications and APIs using simple Python code.
Like our Apex?
Yeah, Apex is also like web-based, right?
Yes.
Same like Apex. So, but this one, I think Apex is on Python or maybe because here Flask is completely on Python code. So here I have launched two instances in different availability zones, and so why I installed different availability zones is for the high availability using load balancer. So that I will show you practically and install Flask app, which will be running on HTTP port 80, and it will connect to Dynamo. So here for last step is this load balancer, which for high availability I have created application load balancer with security groups, two security groups, and EC2 security groups. Both will allow HTTP port. So that's this is the final basic structure. It's a simple one, not a typical one. You people might have done in OCI instance and tested labs in lab for this simple web application, testing high availability, installing HTTP server and EC in OCI instance. You might have done the same way I have done it in the AWS. So before going forward, just stop my sharing. So let us come with our next agenda is speeches. So today we have, before I call on the speech, the person who is giving the speech, I would like to call evaluator Sai Akash. So he is evaluating Toastmaster Alok's speech, which is L1 P2. Okay. Okay, before speeches, let us call general evaluator. So as there is no general evaluator role today, so I will be taking up the general evaluator role. So as a general evaluator, I will be monitoring the whole session and giving the positive insights or what are the things we can improve, what are the things we can improve in the next session. So I'm not alone in this. So I have a tag team. So first I would like to call Toastmaster.
For the icebreaker, it is 4 to 6 minutes, right? So that is 5 to 7.
5 to 7.
So about Mamta Agarwal, she is a senior. Yeah, senior QA engineer who loves to be around people, loves listening music and watching movies. So I would like to welcome Toastmaster Mamta to give timer.
Hello everyone. Today I will be playing the timer role. I will be noting down the timing for the speeches, for the evaluations and for table topics. Today there will be two speeches. One is icebreaker and another is normal speech. For icebreaker, timing will be 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, I'll show the red card. Green card. Sorry, green card. Then at 5 minutes, I will show the yellow card. Then at 6 minutes, I'll show the red card. Another 30 seconds will be given. After that, it will be marked as like not eligible. So that will be the timing 4 to 6 minutes. And for the normal speech, it will be 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I'll show the green card. At 6 minutes, I'll show the yellow card. At 7 minutes, I'll show the red card. And 30 seconds will be given to wrap up the speech. And for evaluations, the time will be 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll show the green card. At 2.5 minutes, I'll show the yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I'll show the red card. Then another 60 seconds will be given to wrap up the speeches. For table topics, the timing will be 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll show the green card. And 1.5 minutes, I'll show the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I'll show the red cards. Another 30 seconds grace will be given to wrap up the table topics. So this is all about me. At the end of the meeting, I will keep my timing noted. Thank you.
I think timer go. Sorry, timer is done. Grammarian. We don't have any grammarian. Sai, can we proceed without grammarian or? Okay.
Anyone has any words they have learned this week, maybe? Any word
Yeah, that's
that
enough.
Yeah.
I will tell them.
Okay.
The code of the day. First find out 1 minute.
Yeah.
Let's have bewildered as the word of the day. Mamtadev, that's right. Bewildered.
Okay.
That's it.
Bewildered.
What's the meaning? You can tell what's the meaning.
Bewilder is just like what do you say? Like you're so amazed, maybe. If I don't know the dictionary meaning of it, but bewildered just can someone
Amazed.
Google that?
Sur-
Surprised?
yeah.
Yeah, surprised.
Oh, yeah, surprised. So a better way of saying surprised, right?
I was completely bewildered by his sudden change of mood. Okay. Surprise. Yeah.
Okay.
Sudden change. Okay.
Word of the day is idiom of the day. Word of the day is enough.
Yes, let's try with that.
Okay.
Okay. So before I proceed, let us start with the speeches. Before I proceed with my practical session, let us start with speeches. And for evaluating Toastmaster Alok's speech, I would like to welcome Toastmaster Sai Akash, who is evaluating.
Sorry
Alok's.
to interrupt. Ravindra will have Yugam's speech first.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
But evaluator will give the speech objective, no?
Yes. So I would like to welcome Toastmaster Dinesh, who is evaluating Yugam's speech, which is icebreaker speech. So Toastmaster Dinesh, please go ahead.
Hello, hi everyone. I'm audible, visible.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, so today my target speaker is our new joinee, Toastmaster Yugam, who will be giving his icebreaker speech. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce themselves to the club and learn basic structure of a public speech. So mind you, timer, this is the icebreaker speech. So the timings are 4 to 6 minutes. Means this is also for you, Yugam. The green card will be lifted at 4 minutes, the yellow at 5, and the red at 6 minutes. So with that, I'd like to hand it over to the team and all the best to you, Toastmaster.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh. So our icebreakers, today we have an icebreaker speech by Toastmaster Yuga. So he's attempting his L1 P1 speech. So I would like to welcome Toastmaster Yuga.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh. Hello and good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. I will be taking you through the sneak peek of 26 years of my life. I was named Yugam after the cosmic concept of time in various religious philosophies of Hinduism, Jainism, and Buddhism. Till the age of 5 years, I enjoyed the sole authority over my parents' love, the privilege to be naughty and at times creating ruckus. Until I was joined by my younger brother and I was bewildered by this new role of an elder sibling. We started off early childhood as rival siblings, fighting a lot and having arguments, to eventually becoming best friends and often starting our conversations by saying, "Don't tell at home." Being born and brought up in Delhi, I had the privilege of mingling with people across the country, and I developed a taste for Punjabi music. My school life laid a great foundation for a great childhood and kept me curious. Met some interesting friends there. It was during my +2 days that I decided to pursue engineering, and I took a drop for preparing for engineering entrance. With about an year of preparation and not so great result, I joined Government Engineering College in Indraprastha University, Delhi for BTech in Information Technology. Cheers to 2 great years of offline interactions and fun, and relieved of 2 years of online classes and Zoom dream. My college life was a very great experience for me. I have been celebrating festivals in orphanages and had great, amazing life in Gurgaon. At those 4 years, I've been crazy and philosophical at both ends. I've been philosophical enough to read Kafka and Stoicism. I've been crazy enough to trek in -10 degree in snow, do a camp stay in hilltop, and jump into hot spring water amidst the snow, and coming out shivering to grab a towel before I freeze. With those great experience, trips in the north, hill stations, and cheerful time, I decided to bid bye to the capital city, Delhi, when I decided to join for masters in NIT Calicut. With a note from my dad, don't carry Delhi with you there, absorb the experiences. 2 years in God's own country, Kerala. The 2 years of sleepless nights to complete the assignments. Traveling across the Kerala, enjoying those greenery, great weather, and sometimes just simmering heat. The honor to be with amazing classmates, had the company of a great guide who was at top-notch work ethic, and ability to learn with the teachers who were so knowledgeable and yet so humble. Apart from this, I learned a little bit of Malayalam and developed a taste for Malayali cinema, with going for first day first shows in Malayalam without subtitles, and yet still appreciating those movies. Those 2 years, I also developed a taste for lime tea and developed cravings for kurma. Apart from those mesmerizing life experiences, that laid a strong foundation for a good professional life and always kept me into process of building my character. 2 years from that masters, I joined industry. It's been an year here contributing to the industry at Oracle in the database WAS team. And I look forward to explore more of Karnataka and learn and grow. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yugam. That was a wonderful speech. highlighting your all your experiences from the past, which I was going to my past and thinking of my past. So, so that's the end of the icebreaker speech. Next, let us go with our next speech by Toastmaster Alok. He's attempting his L1 P2. So before I call Toastmaster Alok on the stage, I would like to call Toastmaster Sai Akash to evaluate his speech. Yeah, please go ahead, Sai.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, so today Toastmaster Alok is my target speaker and he'll be giving his L1 P2 speech. The purpose of this speech is for Toastmaster Alok to learn about the basic structure of speeches and give a well structured speech effect. And I'll be evaluating in these terms where I'll look at the structure and how it has been presented with a little less focus on the content. And all the best, Toastmaster Alok, for your speech. And over to you, Toastmaster Ravindra.
So Toastmaster Alok is from Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh, heart of India. Gwalior is famous for food, cricket ground, and music. So Toastmaster Alok joined Oracle in 2021 as Linux kernel developer in Linux and virtualization group. So he's working as a developer and maintainer for Oracle Unbreakable Enterprise Linux. And Toastmaster Alok joined Toastmasters to hone his leadership and public speaking abilities. So today Toastmaster Alok is attempting his L1 P2, and the title of the speech is The Perseverance of Thirst. So the stage is yours, Toastmaster Alok.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. My son was watching a story called A Thirsty Crow. I don't know why that silly crow was so thirsty all this time. I'm sure all of you are familiar with this tale. Good afternoon, Toastmaster and dear guests. I am Alok Tiwari, half-time storyteller and full-time RCA. Dear friends, frankly, it is such a bewildered, boring story that I found myself wondering why children are so captivated by this ancient narrative. Then, for a moment, I transformed into a philosopher. I believe, like a genius philosopher, or perhaps just like a old days, steadiest old actor, Minnie Dumbledore. As I reflected, I imagined myself as a crow and asked, what do I truly want at thirsty? Wealth, health, peace, purpose, promotion, or perhaps become a successful entrepreneur. What is that water? And dear friend, what is that wall? Life, goal, success itself? I realized that achieving any of these goals required immense effort. Yes, at effort alone is not enough. One must also cultivate patience, require diverse, a thoughtful strategy to reach life ambition. After all, Rome was not built in a day, but Troy was doomed in a damn night. Yes, dear friend, Troy was doomed in a damn night. Why did I mention Troy here? Because if that cunning crow had hit harder to the ball and broken it, all his effort would turn into nothing more than a shadow in the dust. Dear friend, shadow in the dust. It is bewildered that these few boring lines from children's story offer such profound insight. They taught us invaluable lessons about patience, persistence, and strategic thinking. Truly, they remind me the crow's wisdom lie not in the strength, but in the perseverance. But in the perseverance. Indeed, I am the world's most hopeless storyteller. I know it, and I have proven it time again. A vast storyteller stumbling like a Captain Jack Sparrow after a barrel of rum. But dear friend, you might think, you might be thinking that is this really a boring story or is not? Is that boring story? Yes, indeed, it was a boring story from my side. But try to keep the pace of patience a perspective of the story. Just one more things to have, I leave you all with a smile. What if all this stone gone and there was not enough water to drink? Well, my friends, any answer?
When you leave stones.
We need to search another source of water. That's it from my side. Back to you, Ravindra, Toastmaster Ravindra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alok, for that inspirational and motivational speech. Uh, I was just thinking if I would have taken such inspirational, motivational topics in Toastmaster of the day instead of technical topics after listening to these speeches. Okay, I will go ahead. I will just share my screen. Yeah, so in AWS free tier, I have created two instances. First instance is my EC2 and other instance is second EC2. So after creating this instance, I have created. I don't want to show you step by step of how we create because it will take a lot of time. So next I have created RDS. It's a relational database service in AWS, like Oracle database in Oracle. So I have created two instances. One is Aurora and one is RDS. Aurora is also one flavor of database in AWS. So now I'm going to do, I have already told, right, I'm going to connect to these databases and run some queries in console, in EC2 console. So this is EC2 console. So there is another instance I have opened in Git Bash. So I just want to show you how we connect EC2 instance first, SSH-i and then connect to EC2 instance. Then it will be connected. And then I'll just run some, connect to database and run some queries. I'll come to RDS database.
Need to reconnect here.
Coming to RDS. So in like SQL prompt in Oracle database, here also we have MySQL prompt. So I'll just use LabDB. I already created table and inserted some data in that. So I'm using that table, and then that sample table will be displayed here. So it's a single row. So in the same way, we can connect to my Aurora DB as well. This one is RDS database. Once I will exit this, and if I connect to Aurora DB, so I use table as Aurora. And the data will be, if you query the data, it will just display that. So this is the thing. Just I have tried installing database and all from past 1 week. I just want to show you this what I have done. So this is one thing, and okay, I will exit. So I have. I said right, I have connected to DynamoDB. I installed that Flask app in the in the EC2 and connected to DynamoDB. So as of now, nothing is running. So in order to run this, I use just no hub command. So I will just run this and I will go ahead with next agenda.
You want this to start DynamoDB?
No, Dynamo, it's Flask application.
Oh,
DynamoDB
okay.
is already
Started.
started in, it's already started in AWS console. Okay, this session is running, and this Python application, Flask application is running, and it is just listening to the port 80. Okay, there is some issue. While I fix this, let us continue with our next agenda, that's table topic session. So for this, I would like to call Toastmaster Sai Akash to conduct table topic session. Let me show. Yeah, Sai Akash, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravindra. Thanks a lot for that. Something I think it's there. AWS is something which not many of us might have used directly. So thanks for that. Looking forward to see how it performs finally. Before we go back to that, we'll have a quick table topic session, and I'll just keep the topics very, very simple. So volunteers first. Anyone? Sunil. Okay. A quick round of applause. So, Sunil, the topic is very simple. Since I know you, I just know one fact about you, that since you have been to the United States. What it's about the first time you experienced something in US which was not there in India. It can be anything.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Toastmasters Akash. Topic for today is about first experience that I faced in United States when I visited there. Yeah, so when I visited United States for the first time, it was very thrilling and was like cloud nine. I feel like once I landed, I felt everything. I was like I achieved the greatest thing in the world. So once I landed, it was like freezing cold, around -10 centigrade, in Chicago, and then I just landed. It was like extremely cold. I was like, I don't know how people are surviving here with such a cold weather, but everybody were happily enjoying inside the rooms. All were indoor, nothing was outside. People were playing, doing all the things, but all was indoor, like bowling or any indoor games. But whenever I see, they were full of cars on the road, but nobody on the road. But once you go enter the building or a mall, it will be full of people. That was surprising that nothing can stop the people here. Everybody will find the way and all. And the other thing is like wherever you go, you feel people follow discipline. And very surprising is when I landed for the first week, I didn't have any car. I was using public transportation. And what a huge respect to pedestrians when they're walking. Even I didn't know the basic rules, but I was crossing the highway, I was crossing the heavy street. I was never on the zebra crossing, but when I crossed, all the cars just stopped. And nobody honked me or nobody shouted at me. They respected, they stopped for minimum 2 minutes. They were like, go ahead, go ahead. Same thing in India, it will be totally reversed. We'll get total scoldings and all the things. That was very surprising, and I was ashamed that I did this. After I realized, maybe after a month or so, that this is not the way to do it. We need to press a button where we'll have a signal for pedestrian only, then we need to cross, not just randomly walk and disturb the whole thing. Luckily, I found a good good people around where they stopped for me instead of banging me and going. And after a few weeks, I went to a home, one of my colleagues' home. They were white actually, and they invited me. They hosted me for lunch, and then I went inside the room, and then I found very surprising is I was eating, and the family was eating, and there was a dog. I think golden retriever or I don't know. I don't remember the breed, but a dog was also sitting next to me and eating. I was like surprised. A dog is being treated like a human being, well treated, where whatever dog is asking, they are treating it well. I was like, man, I wish I would have born like a dog in American Martin. So that's it from my end. Thank you, Sai.
That was a very lovely description of your experience, and I agree with you. Nowadays, even I wish I had the life of a rich family's dog, not a rich family anymore. So, who's coming next? You come. Sure. Please go ahead. So I'll ask you something which you might not remember or might remember. What was the first time you used a smartphone, not the feature phone, a smartphone, and what was your experience and how much did you fight to get it? It's a very normal thing nowadays, a smartphone, but there was a first time for it as well.
Hi Toastmasters. The first time I used a smartphone. So I used it at around age of around 10, not sure about the age, 10 or 11. First of all, it's very difficult to describe a smartphone, but for simplicity, I will assume it's a phone where you can touch and you can have some interactive applications. So as a child, what you like in a phone, of course, is like there was camera and thing, but fine, like we had already physical camera, so no need. For me, the interesting thing was game. So the most good part about smartphone, which I like that you can play games. And since I had access to for about an hour, I had some relatives, it was their phone. So it was very limited. So I didn't feel that battery life was less. So the interactive game in a phone, the mobility in the hand, it was really great. It's a small device that you are used to playing. It was really great. That was a great part. The most annoying part of smartphone is that you get calls and messages. So because of that, my game was disturbed. So this was my first experience with a smartphone, like a small toy where you can play, and with an annoying part that you get calls and messages, and that the owner, when the owner goes from your place, he takes away the phone. That was also a worst part. Thank you.
Thank you, Yugam. I'm glad you remembered some part of it. So we'll go next with someone online. I can see Dinesh, Alok, Manjunath, and Maria. Who would like to go?
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah.
Okay, then we'll go with Maria, then Manjunath. Is that fine?
Sure, sure.
Sure. So Maria, see, I'm trying to give topics based on what I know about you. So I know you live in Goa. So tell me something. What was the first time you saw a beach, and what did you feel back then?
Oh man. Okay. Nice topic though. I think I went with my parents. Maybe I remember like around 4 years or something between my parents and my cousins. It was a vast stretch of nice, clean area. I love playing in the sand. So I loved also getting my legs like in the water and seeing some seashells also. And then I had to try to learn a little bit of swimming with my dad, but not much. I was too afraid to even go deep in the water. And overall, it was like a picnic thing. So it's like family gets together. Some 3 or 4 of my cousins were there, and just play around with them. So it was really nice. But I really don't get to go to the beach very often. I think I need now to take the time off to actually go there and enjoy. But I never had. Do I live in Goa? I don't. I don't actually go. Maybe once or twice a year I go there. That's it. It's like so bad. It's like only when my relatives come, then I get out. Yeah. Thanks for the wonderful topic.
Thanks, Maria. Thanks. And I agree. I think you should go to the beach more. It's the place where you can hear the waves and not think about work anymore. That's one of the best feelings out there.
Right. So I just have one question for Maria. Maria, how far is the beach from your place? I know many might have asked you.
It's not very close though. It's like 45 minutes to the nearest point. I live in the
Oh,
interior.
okay.
Yeah, it's not like
Then
I
makes
just
sense.
work out. Yeah.
That's the perception of Goa for many of us. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
everyone must be living very nearby to the beach.
No, no. Yeah.
That
Okay.
is true, Dinesh. I thought if it's Goa, it's on the coast only.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. So, Manjunath, you'll go next?
Yeah, sure.
Yep. So, I also know that you recently bought a new car. I want to know the first time you gave your driving license test. Tell me about that.
Driving license test.
Yeah. Did you even give a test?
Yeah. That's a really interesting story.
Sure, please go ahead.
Okay. So my driving classes started in the summer of third year of BTech. Okay. My father talked to one of the driver in town, and he said that within 1 month your son will learn how to drive a car, and after that you will also apply the licenses as well. And then I went for 1 month consistently. I learned all the basics, and then the D-Day came. So I have to go to nearby RTO office and get the license done. Okay, so I went. So day after tomorrow is the day where I have to give my license test. Okay, Eh, tomorrow I got a fever. Okay, so that means on the license testing day, I was already with high fever actually, almost 100, 101 fever I got. So, but if I miss this date, I have to postpone it again. Again, this process is too lengthy. My father said, so do whatever you want. I'll get it done, license. So I went to RTO office, and then he said do only two things actually. do 8 round, and after that come back in reverse in straight line. Okay, so I did 8, good job, but I forgot to rotate the wheel back to normal. That is still in the turn position, and then when I tried to do the back, it went along the way, not instead of straight, it went the curve way. I understood that I failed. I thought I failed, but somehow my father managed to get the license done for both bike and car. And I still say this story to everyone who says getting license is tougher these days. Anyone can get that. I mean, after getting the license, I started to drive in the traffic and got it. I become good because I have a confidence that I have a license. No one can stop me. Thanks for the opportunity, family.
Glad to know that, Manjunath. I have seen people who don't know to drive and they have license for a truck as well. So nowadays, I think anything works. So we'll have one last topic, and I think we'll go to the evaluation section. Anyone who wants to come? Alok? Okay, Alok. I want to give you something. Okay, since you're on a technical day, I'll give you, what do you even mean by unbreakable Linux?
Unbreakable Linux.
Yeah, that's what you work, right? I just
Yeah, I work on unbreakable Linux kernel actually.
yeah. So
So Linux, if it is unbreakable, it's okay because when we talk about Linux, it's more about the user space, and if user space break, any application break, crash, that's okay actually. It will recover. No big issue. If any extra application crash, it will restart of any embedded Linux, anything will. The problem is there if any crash or any awful activity is there in kernel side. System cannot recover. It has to go to hard reset part actually. That is a moreover very tough part and very, for technical terms, say that, okay, lengthy part or critical part actually. So in that purpose and that say it's come as a unbreakable Linux kernel. So apart from that, crash and other activity, it has to be secure actually. So all the secure vulnerability test or patch, it should be there, and security side, it should be proof of concept part. So no one can hack or miscellaneous activity should not be there in kernel side. If you will able to stop the thing in kernel side, definitely it will help you to stop in user space Linux side. So altogether thing make as a Linux as a unbreakable. Thank you very much. Back to you, Toastmaster Arsayakas.
thank you, Alok. I still don't know what that means, but thanks a lot. I think I'm glad I don't know because I think otherwise things will be different. So yeah, back to Toastmaster of the day, Ravindra. I think I'm done for the day with the table topics. We can go ahead with the work. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for that wonderful topics. So, before I go to this practical session, normally it takes only 5 minutes to show that practical session. Before that, let us go ahead with evaluations. So first, I would call Toastmaster Dinesh to give the evaluation for Toastmaster Yukam for icebreaker speech. I think you are ready, Toastmaster Dinesh.
Yeah, yes, sir. The dice and all. Just one moment. Just one moment. Hello, am I audible, visible? Sorry, I got a call. Okay. A very good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, and if any guests we have. Today, my target speaker, Toastmaster Yukam, delivered his icebreaker speech. And boy, did he deliver. it was bewildering to see a fresher to the Toastmasters give such a wonderful speech with such unwavering confidence. Let me tell you, Toastmaster Yugam, this confidence, it takes years to harvest, and you already have it. So kudos to you on that. I'll start off with your strong points. Your language, your diction, vocabulary, and pronunciation were spot on. Each and every one of us here were able to understand everything that you wanted to convey. So that's a great deal. And I'm really impressed that you were not, uh, you were not you just didn't want to use those big ornamental words just to appear cool. Because I feel that those words are good only when you have already used them. If you just know about a word, say 5, 10 minutes ago, and you use it, it feels forced. So all throughout, I did not find with any of the words that you used. So great work on your content. There was eye contact that you tried to maintain on both the sides of the table. So that's great. Maybe I'd missed, but probably there was also some eye contact with the online audience, but a little bit, I did not get it much, but I think it was there. It's probably my bad. Okay, there are many other good points that I have to cover, but I'll maybe say them to you personally. There are many though, but there are few points that I want you to work on. I'll start off. There was some grammatical restructure that were needed, I felt. For example, you said a Kerala. I know, like I've heard you many times, and I know that you are good with grammar. Maybe it was just the nervousness of an icebreaker speech that there were some mishaps in between. So maybe work on that more. Uh, Secondly, you have a very active posture, as I would like to say. When you go on the stage, people actually are hooked and want to hear you, and that was for most part of your speech. But after a certain point, what I did see that you were a little shrugged, where most of the times your hands were in a closed position. So it kind of gave a feeling that okay, Yugam is not probably very much interested to share that much. So maybe have a little bit of an open approach so that even we get that feeling. At the beginning, it was there, but midway, I could feel that there was a little bit of a shrug like thing, and where you just were closing your hands more than when it was needed. You had many pauses. Pauses are important. I know I'll overshoot the red card, I know, but I just had to get them out. So, pauses are important, but I felt that there were places where pauses were used more. So, what that does, Yogam, is it kind of breaks a link, from your previous sentence to your next sentence. And if that happens, people just lose that connect. So you need to make sure that there is a connect between the sentence. And when you have a longer pause, it breaks it. Yeah, there was not much audience interaction. So maybe you can even work on that. All in all, wonderful icebreaker. It was packed with information that we wanted to know about Toastmaster Yoga. With these few points, I believe that you'll have a tale to share with everyone that we'll remember for Yugam and Yugams. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh, for that valuable inputs. I hope you will take those inputs in his future speeches. Next, I would like to call Toastmaster Sayakash to evaluate Toastmaster Alok's speech. Please go ahead, Sayakash.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Ravindra. Apologies. Apologies for that. So I think each of us have grown up listening to these kind of stories, the thirsty crow, even watching Harry Potter when you were free. And as you grow up, and at least as I grew up, these things felt started feeling like childish. The main motive or the main message behind such stories, the main motive behind such worlds was not there anymore for me. But today, through your speech, Toastmaster Alok, that has been reignited. The whole concept of perseverance has been really well highlighted in the Thirsty Crow story, but people don't realize that. At least I don't, and I really loved how I like the reason you chose this specific story for your topic. Coming to the structure, I really love your structure. You began with the Thirsty Crow, and I think it got every one of us hooked because that's something everyone knows from their childhood, and it doesn't repeat much. Coming to that was an attention grabbing start, and you also introduced yourself a little late. That's something called a delayed introduction. That was really well done. I really like that. And overall, throughout the speech, I really like and I really appreciate that you are smiling. That's a very good sign to the audience that if people want to listen to you more. So that's something which you have done very, very well. You had some amazing quotes in between, especially Rome was not built in a day and uh, Troy was doomed in a night. I think that was really, really relevant to this specific speech. One final thing which you did really well was the shadow in the dust part. I think many of us realized that the very good use of gestures and face expression. So that was really good. I really have only one major point for you to improve on, and I think that will fix a lot of other issues eventually, which is try to speak a little slow. So when you try, so when you're rushing things, you kind of tend to miss out a few words. You also might tend out to miss out the grammatical structure of the sentence. So the moment you try to slow down a little, calm down, and try to speak a little more calmer than before, I think that will do wonders to your speech. So that's the only thing which I really want you to improve on. And one additional suggestion, you had a really lovely title, The Perseverance of Thirst. I would have loved if you had brought it back towards the end of the speech to just say that sentence again and end it on that note. And I also really, but also love the way you ended with an intriguing question. So that was also a good alternative to that. So thank you very much. Over to you, Toastmaster Ravindra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saikash, for the inputs. I hope Alok will implement those suggestions from Saikash for his future speeches. So now I would like to continue with I don't want to take much time. It will take only 5 minutes. I'll just share my screen, and this time I made things ready. So I said, like previously I was not able to start that Flask app. So but now I already started it in NoHub. And in this is first instance, and in the second instance also I have already started. So this Dynamo app is already running. You can check the PS command saying that if you execute that PS command, it shows that Dynamo app is already running. In this both the servers it's running, and once it is running, so if you try to access the application from first EC2 instance, so it will just display the it just displays the query which the table data which is in the DynamoDB table. So currently it's serving from EC2 instance because it's serving through load balancer. So no, sorry, it's serving through single instance, not load balancer. This is the first instance, and the second instance is this one, second instance, which I have created EC2 instance. This is with different IP. So you can see that it is serving through second instance. Instance name is second. So and you can see this availability zone is 1B, AP South 1B, and here it's AP South 1A. So now if I close this, and now as I said, I have started in load balancer. So we have after creating a load balancer, we have a dynamic host. Unique host. So here, so this unique host, behind this unique load balancer, these two instances are there. So if I click this, directly now it's serving EC2. So if I refresh, so it will go to first instance, EC2 first instance, and again if I refresh, it will show the second instance. So the benefit of load balancing is if one region, not region, in a region we have multiple availability zones. Within an availability zone, we have different data centers. So if one data center goes down, the other data center will serve the request. That is the main purpose of high availability in load balancer. So that's the small session I want to show you. So that's it from my end. So next I would like to call general evaluator. Sorry. So I'm general evaluator. So I would like to call timer. Please to give a timer report.
Timing for the speeches, I am first going to tell. You took 4 minutes 9 seconds. Alok took 4 minutes 56 seconds. On evaluation side, Sayakas took 2 minutes 42 seconds. Actually, I was carried away with his evaluation and I showed the wrong card. He was on time only. Sorry for that. That might have created confusion for you. Dinesh took 4 minutes 6 seconds. For table topics, Sunil, the first speaker, he took 3 minutes 9 seconds. Yugam took 1 minute 17 seconds. Maria, she took 1 minute 22 seconds. Manjunath, he took 2 minutes 5 seconds. Alok, he took 1 minute 35 seconds. So this is all about timings. Thank you.
Grammar. So grammar is also.
Grammar, I did not make much note. I just made that you take so many times.
So yeah.
And for him, already Dinesh has told what grammar he has to he has to take care. Others were all right in there. I did not make that much note. I was just carried out. But the word of the day, Ravindra has used, Alok used many times, even Dinesh has used.
I did not use. I think Sunil and Yugam used.
Yugam used it. And Alok also used many times.
Dinesh used.
Dinesh used it. So,
and Alok.
Yeah. And other grammars were, means it was good. Dinesh was talking very nice. He was telling lessons very
Did you
nice.
give credit to me? I only gave the word. So,
Yeah. Okay. That's all from my end. Okay.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for taking multiple roles, timer as well as grammarian. So with this, I would like to conclude as a general evaluator. So I would like to give a very small description of what happened today. So we started a session 5 minutes late, 4 to 5 minutes late. And also, as usual, I would like to highlight again that let us fill the roles in advance so that we will not be, we will be prepared ahead of time so that we will be prepared and give our speeches and whatever role takers will be ready and will be confident in giving whatever they have prepared so that if we have time in advance to prepare the things. So, and yeah, the evaluations and with respect to speeches, Alok's speech is a motivational speech, and Toastmaster Yugam gave his wonderful icebreaker speech. I hope both have taken valuable feedbacks from both the evaluators. And coming to table topics, yeah, I think Sayakash has given random topics on the spot. He's very, I can say he's very proactive in giving a random topics. I can say that he's innovative. Like everybody has to be like that and come forward and take roles. Even though we are not prepared for anything, we can take on the spot roles and go ahead. So nothing much from my end. Let us take these points and implement in our next speeches. Thank you, and over to Sayakash. Our presiding officer, Sayakash.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravindra. That was I feel a very lovely session today. I think the two amazing speeches, I'll really remember them for later. I think we have the ballot ready. Thanks, Toastmaster Sunil, for that. So everyone do take time out just to vote what you felt went well today, what we could have done better. Apart from that, I would just like to thank Toastmaster Mamta also for taking multiple roles today at the end moment. Thanks a lot for doing that. I think that's what is our Trailblazers spirit, I would say. Whenever there's some need, we always step up. So thanks for doing that. And like I said before, we are planning on the contest on 25th of September, which is on next Thursday. We'll mostly release the forms by tonight or tomorrow so that we at least get an count of the number of people who are interested. This will be not a grand competition contest like before used to do, but this time we'll keep it very simple as we have I think we have a good amount of participants as well. So Sunil, how many responses have we received?
Got 5 so far.
Eight.
Yeah, 5. We have
I have only
6 here.
4, 5 here.
No, I just submitted.
7. Yeah. I think we're good.
Just can ask if anyone is. Everybody has given, no?
Yeah, sure.
How many now?
8.
Maybe
Yeah.
we can announce.
Okay. So I think the best speaker for today is Hugo, icebreaker speech. Can I share like this? I think that will be good.
You can just announce that Sunil should be fine.
Best evaluator again got equal 4 each for best evaluator, Sai, Akash and Dinesh. And the good evaluator.
And
This is technical topics. Okay, I think I got myself. Then best role taker. I think Sai Akash got auxiliary role taker. I think, yeah, Mamta. I'll share this, Akshay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Just a suggestion from next time, like don't share the whole screen results.
Okay.
To just announce the winners. So
Sure.
thanks for that. I think we are done for today, and congratulations to all the winners. We had a great session today, especially with two speeches, an amazing a technical discussion, and a set of table topics where everyone shared their.
yeah, amazing team.
So I think we'll end the session today. I think we are all in a good mood, so I won't hold you back more. We'll have a quick group pick if everyone's ready.